Bro, you're dumb as fuck, man. Well,
I'm not dumb.
Question like
Because
three
if I
times.
start talking to you in Spanish and you wouldn't understand, then you would be dumb.
Because you're a moron.
I'm a woman.
Holy shit.
Not
Why
every
are
man
you
has
giving
that.
low IQ responses to things that I'm
Because I'm
saying?
low like you, apparently.
I can see that, clearly.
Incredibly
I speak two languages
Exactly
too. Let's
why.
see.
Incredible.
How long again y'all been together?
For a year, like and a half.
Okay. I'm
you
just going to be
have
very candid with you. He doesn't care about you. If he lets you have sex
Yes,
with other
he
men, he
does.
doesn't care
I
about
want to add
He's
in.
the only man that cares about me the most.
Yeah, I wanna add
All
in.
the men I've met.
It's a man. If we love a girl, we'll never let a man have sex with her. We can have sex with other girls when we love someone. That's why threesomes are okay. But when you love a girl, we just can't. I mean, would you guys agree?
How old
I
is
could
he?
never let a girl I love.
definitely
If it's a girl I'm fucking around with, I'll let her fuck my
I love
friends.
him and I'm still letting him have sex with other
But
women.
yeah, but there's been girls that fucked around with that fuck my friends and stuff. If I love a girl, I'll never let her I never let a man touch her.
Yeah.
I think would you guys all agree with
Because you
that?
just have a different
But the girls
mentality.
understand that. The girls
You just
understand
have
though
a
that we can go
different
fuck another girl. and
Yes,
still
he's
love
your
them.
manager. Can I ask you a question? Has he asked you to tattoo his name anywhere on the front hemisphere of your
Yes,
body?
he did. The smile told everything.
Why are you smiling?
She not already have it.
He's your manager, and he has. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
We're not
Wait,
judging.
what?
We're concerned
He-
because you are
yeah,
young and
it's-
impressionable.
Can I give you
It's
some
a fact.
advice? Nothing to be concerned about. Like this man, I love him. He loves me so much. But I mean,
Can I-
honestly,
I'm happy for
this
you.
is the best relationship I've had in my life.
That's awesome.
In my day, we called it
And
there's more to
communication
Don't
is
give
key,
up.
and like, we're like, we're just like very okay with a lot of
That's
things.
fine. You can
Can I
say
give
that,
some
but what I'm
advice?
telling you is 99% of men are not okay with their girl having sex with
Yeah, I
other
mean,
men.
It's true.
If they care about
they're
her.
probably just not confident in
The only-
themselves.
I'm happy for you.
Okay, hold on.
I don't know about these people. I'm happy for you.
I'm happy.
I'm happy for you. You're happy
you.
for you.
Let me ask you a question. You said
Very
those guys aren't confident in themselves. Let me ask you this. Who's the more confident guy? The guy that stands up to you and tells you, this is behavior I will not accept
But
if you
he
go
met
out.
me
Let me
at-
finish
he
my
met
point.
me-
Let me
I'm
finish.
sorry.
He
Listen
met
to
you
the
at
question
Sapphire.
so you can properly respond. I'm telling you. Well, I'm asking you. Who's more confident? The man that puts boundaries on you and tells you that this is unacceptable if you have sex with other men? Or the guy that's indifferent to it and doesn't say anything because he's scared of how you might react?
I mean, he's not scared how I would react. I mean, he met me as a stripper. He
when
was
I asked
the one.
you again, who's more confident? The person that puts boundaries, doesn't care what you say, or the person that doesn't put boundaries for fear of what you might respond?
I mean, I would say like the one who has fear with what I would respond or wait, what?
Bro,
I'm like,
you're dumb as
what?
fuck, man. Holy
She's
shit.
young. Hey, be nice. She's
No,
young.
I'm
She's
not
figuring
dumb.
it out. We all were
I'm
I
not
answered
dumb.
the
at
question
one
like
point
three
in
Because if
our
I
times.
start talking to you in Spanish and you wouldn't understand, then you would be dumb, right?
We're
Okay.
speaking the English language
Okay,
here.
yes, but I'm.
I don't claim to be bilingual
Okay, yeah, I'm
with Spanish.
I'm bilingual. So I'm like, no, I'm not stupid and I'm not dumb. Because if I started talking to you in any other fucking language, you would be dumb. So don't call me dumb.
Are you saying
You
it's
are dumb.
you-
You can't comprehend the question.
From the beginning, you said to respect you, then I'm asking to send respect.
I asked you the question 2 or 3 times and rephrased it multiple times, and you don't understand. So
I don't. Okay, then.
I don't know what to tell you.
Break down your question in a different way, but I'm not dumb.
You are dumb. Anyway,
No, you're
going
dumb.
back to what I was saying. No, you're dumb.
You're dumb.
You mentioned earlier that that she's in her 20s and she should be doing this, right?
No.
You
I said you're
The
in your
20s is
20s,
for-
and that's for that. Hopefully, that's
a
not what you
learning
choose
time.
to do.
That's
but
not what that's for.
Your 20s.
I
is
would never
a
take
learning
a girl
experience
serious
where
25 and older. 25 and
We're
older.
not
you're
talking
dead
about
to me.
taking someone seriously.
You're
We're just
dead to
talking
me.
about people in their 20s doing young, stupid shit like we
But
all at
that's
this
not
table
young.
have done.
That's the problem. Is 20s are not young, especially for
Immature,
a female.
immature, whatever you want to call it.
20's
It's a youthful
Who said 20's
mentality.
young?
26 is young.
26 is young.
Successful guys go. when they go
Maybe
get
not
married,
in
they
guy
grab
world,
girls that are
but
like early
26, you're a
20s.
kid.
I
You're
know
a kid.
a very
Like,
successful man who married a woman that is literally the same age as her, and he's a billionaire.
It happens.
And he like they're.
We know a lot of
billionaires.
billionaires around here. Like I've
But
been.
she's
I've
beautiful.
been.
But a lot of
She's
billionaires have no
hot.
game still. There's some fucking. I used to live in San Francisco. Some lame ass
invented the
billionaires.
internet.
I would
I
still
know
all the
any
girls.
billionaires.
You know
Like,
what's interesting?
They would beg me to bring girls to house because they had no game.
You know, when I was going through this and I was looking at all the good for all the girls, every single one of them alluded to being able to meet men of a higher status and being in rooms with people, etc. And I was like, oh wow, you're able to meet all these guys.
But they're gonna fuck them.
How do you meet women?
Huh?
But don't you meet women like this? So the same way how I meet men is by being in the same room as them. So like,
He's
we're
going
doing the
somewhere.
same
He's going
He
thing.
somewhere.
probably doesn't even meet women with the attitude that he carries.
Dang.
Nice. Anyway.
I'm just saying.
That
I mean,
was
you
a great
said I like
comeback.
that.
Yeah,
I
that
like
was a
that
great
one.
comeback. It hurts my feelings. You do realize that men and women are different, right?
Totally.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
yeah.
have a dick, I have a vagina.
So me being able to get in a room with successful men means I need to be able to provide some kind of value to be allowed to be in
Yeah,
that
because
room.
You have to be one of the
Versus
successful
you,
men.
I shouldn't be pretty.
It's hard for us.
I'm
yes.
jealous of that.
Not at all. You just tried to make an argument and conflate that a man being in a room with a bunch of millionaires is the same as a woman being in a room with a bunch of millionaires. You try to conflate the two, and I'm telling
Well,
you,
have you been in that
one
room?
has to be skilled and the other one doesn't. So it's very different.
That is a skill. Being beautiful, getting yourself to be in that room is a skill. That's not something that just happens.
I thought you just know how to take pipe,
No, not at all.
which you just have to lay down for, right?
Okay, let's say I take your skill set, took your brain, and put it in a man's fucking body. Do you think you'd still be able to get into those rooms with those successful millionaires that you've met with and traveled and done all this?
I just said that. The reason why women...
Are we referring to us women or all women? Because there's
Yeah,
women in the
women in
boardroom.
general, probably.
There's women that can keep up the same with the men that are right up in there that can keep the conversation.
Those are
keep the
usually the
dialogue
ugly
going.
ones. I just want to I hate
So
to.
we're talking
I
about
hate
pretty
to
or
say
ugly?
it. No, so if you're talking about bosses
just mean
want
keeping
what
up,
they
like-
want, right?
Sure.
And a part of being a boss and having a lot of money is convenience, right? You get things your way. So there's no way that you're generally looking for the woman who's like, she's on the board, she's a CEO, she's a boss babe. Because here's the reality of human existence. We use our best move, right? And so the reason that the ugly girls are successful is because that's how they get respect, attention.
I think there's a lot
and
of
all this-
beautiful, successful
Stop
women. I think
it.
that's not fair. Nowadays,
No,
there's so many beautiful,
no, they
successful
all
women.
use their body and their looks to get in position.
It's a skill, though. Is it not a skill?
I have a
Is it
question.
not a
Why
skill?
do they
then?
do
Wait, I have a question for you
Ladies,
guys.
look, because we're
Because
going on a
men
tangent
allow
here.
it, because men are thirsty for women's
You're
bodies,
going on a
so-
tangent.
And that's
What
why
I'm
I
trying
said
to
we
say
need to
here-
start beating up
So
Sims.
we're fighting against like
All
human
I'm
nature.
saying is that when all of you gave the good, pretty much all of you alluded in some degree to being able to meet higher status, successful men and getting in certain rooms.
Yeah, but without me doing porn or without me being a successful person, I would never even meet those people because they wouldn't care about me. They wouldn't care about a random girl.
She
on the
keeping it
street.
real right now.
They
Go
care
ahead.
because I've been in movies. They care about that. They
It's
want to
very
be around me.
And their looks bring something to the
They
table
wanna be
because
right
you don't want to
because-
be in the room with the ugly girl. So
Right.
they're bringing the
Do they
skills
care
to the
about anything
table.
besides sex?
I
Or just
have a
sex?
question for the guys.
No,
I have a question for the
what
guys.
I'm saying is that
Hold up.
it's way easier for you as a woman to get in a room with
Easier?
successful men.
Yes. Hell yes, it's easier.
So let me finish my point before you guys interrupt me
Yes,
or
sorry.
anything else like that. It's way easier for you guys to go in a room. But earlier we're trying to say, well, how do you get in a room, blah, blah, blah. And that's ridiculous because for me to get in a room with successful men, I have to bring value. For you to get in a room with successful men, you don't have to bring any value.
This is
We
value.
are not the same.
This is value right
It is
here.
not value.
This is
That's not
value.
It is not.
That's not
Because-
power.
It is not, and I'll tell you
To
why.
me, that is value.
It is not value, and I'll tell you exactly why. As he said earlier, props. Props
No,
are
we are
replaceable.
human beings. We are
Like I said
human
before,
beings, and you're human
when
beings.
men bring attractive women into a general location, they're bringing them in for their beauty. And beauty, unfortunately for you guys, is common. Successful men are not, however.
How about big dick?
So,
I like that. Not
why
every
are
man
you
has
giving
that.
low IQ responses to things that I'm
Because I'm
saying?
low IQ, apparently.
I can see that clearly. And then this
Incredibly
is-
I speak two languages
Exactly
too. Let's
why.
see.
Incredible.
If you were not a female, you would never be able to get in these rooms because you're a moron.
I'm a woman.
Holy shit. You are a
You're
fucking
saying
moron.
as a man, you just bring more aspects,
You must
more
bring value.
qualities
You must
to
bring
the
value.
table.
Women get to live in a world where they're fucking useless and still be able to get in rooms with successful men. I'm not angry about that, but I'm gonna say
I
Can
don't think
be
I'm
useless.
useless.
Maybe
I don't think
can
I'm
be,
useless
not
at all.
are useless.
they can be
One thing
useless.
we
They
should
are
The
also.
fun.
point
I'm
is,
cool.
there's
People
no
like
burden
being
of
around
performance. Like,
me.
look, she's still babbling. There's no burden of performance, okay? But as a man, you must bring value. I'm not saying that women don't bring value. I'm just saying you're not expected
This is
to.
the value.
That's fair.
more the
Just
beauty.
come.
Yeah, it's different.
And it's fine.
Clarifying.
So when she tried to sit here and conflate, well, you get in rooms with people, it's not the same at all.
Radically
You
different.
can't conflate
what
the
are
two.
your
Yeah, we have worked our ass
thoughts
off for
on-
years. to
Well,
get
can you
places.
consider the
Everyone
fact
having
that
that.
she said her value is this, but every woman around the table also has breasts? Whereas in the case of Myron, like, okay, well, what's your value? He says, I have a background. I work high up in government. I did things that are important to national security. Okay,
One of the
Fresh,
biggest
what's your-
podcasts, too.
Right. And so we can all identify a unique value add that is unique to us. So if a woman chose to be with Myron, Fresh, or Marquette, or anyone else here, they would say, okay, you know, this thing about him, like, really turns me on about him. I like this thing about him. Whereas if you just limit yourself to saying, like, this is my value, one, it's ironic because you're objectifying yourself as a woman. And two, you're limiting your value to something that every single other woman has.
Talk to the Marquette.
How about
I
you
can
speak?
see your point. I understand where you're coming from. I can full circle. I see the points. you
So
guys
how
are
about
trying
this?
to
How about
make.
this? There are some cases. I had 2 female squadron commanders in the Air Force. There's some times where women do have a burden of performance. There is no man who doesn't have a burden of performance, unless you are born incredibly rich or you live in your mother's basement and you've totally chosen to take yourself out. We all have a burden of performance, and so there are occasions where a woman is either very, very attractive or she's, sitting there as a wife where she doesn't have a burden of performance. And the thing is, as a man, if we do that, then we end up with no sex, no money, no nothing.